This peak here is not a typical CPU load. Not a huge problem, but it's annoying. Plus, he can't make sense of it right away. Little does Andres know that this is not just some random bug. It's a cleverly hidden backdoor. One that's been planted over years by hostile forces, possibly state-sponsored hackers. Now it's set to spread globally and give the perpetrators access to millions of servers around the world. To the systems of hospitals, companies, and entire governments. A master key to the internet and everything connected to it, right in the hands of criminals. Andres doesn't know about any of this.
Criminals, bro? Why you gotta call them criminals like that? It's like a lot of these nerds, they'll have... It's people out here. I was watching this Lucid video. I am Lucid, shout out, I'm Lucid. He put me on game, on some tech stuff too. So yeah, I am Lucid was talking about this pirating fools, right? This pirating nerds. And he was like, the people will pirate the games, not to like sell it at a lower price or whatnot, but they would just pirate it just for the fun of it, bro. So the people who had access to that key is real nerdy people, bro. And real nerdy people, I'm telling you, they're not really criminal like that, bro. They won't. I'm kind of nerdy, bro. I mean, so I can relate. So when I'm telling you, bro, we won't really fucking message you if you don't mess with us, type shit. That's what I really mean, bro. It's like, so even if they had the key to people's informations and things of that nature, I know for a fact, bro, they was not really going to be on some pussy shit, bro. That's the real nerdiness. Cause this whatever key this is, a regular person, just a regular person doesn't even give a fuck about that. She doesn't even know the importance of that key. Shit. Not a regular person, bro. 99% of us, we don't know what the key is about, bro. We don't. We're getting to know about it on this video right here. Telling you, bro.
Andres doesn't know about any of this yet, but he's about to literally save the internet.
Bro, even Andres didn't know about this shit. That's what I mean. So I'm telling you, the real people who got into the hands of the criminals, it's not criminals, bro. I don't know why you gotta call us criminals. And he a nerd too. I can tell by the way he makes his videos. This shit's fire. You know what I'm saying? He a nerd too. How you gonna call us criminals, bro? What the fuck? You know we don't be criminal. Come on now. Fuck wrong with this nigga, bro? You know, calling us criminals. Calling us.
I like to work fast, and switching between all my work apps was slowing me down. With ClickUp, all my work is in one place.
To understand this story, we first need to take a little detour into software engineering and a very particular little piece of code. A lot of software out there is company owned, like Word, which belongs to Microsoft. Only Microsoft employees can tweak and further develop that software. But then there's software that is open source. It works kind of like Wikipedia. The source code is out in the open for anyone to see and use. Basically, anyone can contribute and suggest changes. That has led to the creation of many programs that are fundamental to our digital infrastructure. While anyone can pitch in on open source projects, there are usually a few people in charge. These so-called maintainers have the final say on the code and review any changes before they get implemented. Lasse Colin is one of these maintainers. He has been working for years on the Linux tool xzutils. Linux is the most widely used open source operating system in the world. You may not be running Linux directly on your own computer, but it powers most of the world's servers, mainframes, and every single one of the top 500 supercomputers. XZ is a data compression format included in pretty much all major Linux distributions. A Linux distribution is like a full package of all the essential programs your computer needs to run. Different distros are designed for different purposes. xzutils compresses and packages data so it can be transferred and stored faster. It's kind of like zip files. Colin developed the tool back in 2005. As its maintainer, he has been in charge of all changes to xzutils ever since. He reviews suggested edits and then approves them, or not. Once the approved changes are in place, a new version of xzutils can be included in Linux distros. But lately that process has hit a bit of a snag. Two volunteer developers are not happy with how Colin has been handling his maintenance duties. They feel like he's way too slow in responding to change requests and messages. Dennis Entz is clearly frustrated when he asks for updates.
I asked a question here a week ago and have not heard back.
Jigar Kumar also seems fed up with how slow things are moving.
With your current rate, I very doubt to see 4.0 release this year. The only progress since April has been small changes to test code.
He even suggests that they might need a new maintainer.
Dennis, you are better off waiting until a new maintainer happens or fork yourself. Submitting patches here has no purpose these days. The current...
Yeah, like this nigga Kumar, and he's the boss, right? I'm gonna give this nigga Dennis a deadline, and then I'm gonna be like, go fuck yourself. What? How you gonna give me a deadline and then gonna be like, go fuck yourself? That nigga Dennis took that shit personally. Haha, this nigga is the boss, but he doesn't really know how to be a boss. Fuck. This nigga that say fuck yourself. Like, you really need him to work at this point. I don't think this other quote by Ragnar Lothbrok from Vikings. You're like, success is given to those who are willing to put themselves down, bro, to pick it up. And now that's gonna go over a lot of people's head. But let me just put y'all on games if you tuned into my video. I appreciate it. But listen, bro, what it really means by that, at times, bro, you want your shit done real quick, ASAP, and you want it done nicely. You know what, bro? Act like a dumbass, bro, but try to get that thing to be done, bro. But act like a dumbass. Or you're trying to get your work done. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't really understand, bro. He doesn't really understand. That acting like a dumbass is like giving the other person to feel like they're in control, because you have to understand this, bro. Control is like an illusion. You know what I'm saying? It's always an illusion. Most of the time, somebody who thinks he's in control is not in control, bro. Is not in control. I'll tell you, just think about it.
Maintainer lost interest or doesn't care to maintain anymore.
Lasse Colin appears to be struggling with the workload. After all, his work on xzutils is just an unpaid hobby. But Entz and Kumar clearly want someone who can dedicate more time to the project and respond faster to their suggestions. In response to Kumar's message, Colin writes,
I haven't lost interest, but my ability to care has been fairly limited. Mostly due to long-term mental health issues, but also due to some other things.
That's what I was
he
saying,
also
bro.
says,
and then this nigga, he's saying got mental health issues, right? And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, obviously, for him to not start taking time to respond to your request, there's something going on. This nigga gonna be like, go fuck yourself. I don't think this nigga understand how life is, bro. That nigga only thinking about his business and shit. Like, what are you in a rush to?
Recently, I've worked off-list a bit with Giatan on xzutils, and perhaps she will have a bigger role in the future. We'll see.
Giatan first pops up on the developer platform GitHub in January 2021. For over a year she contributes to other projects. Then, in 2022, she starts submitting changes for xzutils. From that point on, she becomes a regular contributor. Tan is dedicated and polite. She writes friendly messages and helps out wherever she can.
Nice job to both of you for getting this feature as far as it is already. Let me know your thoughts on these patches when you have a chance. Is it good enough, or did I add bad bugs? Just trying to do my part as a helper elf.
Maybe after getting all those annoyed messages from Entz and Kumar, Colin is just relieved to finally have some help. Someone to lighten the load and actively push the project. At one point, Colin explains that a maintainer needs the skills, time and interest to really stay committed to the software. And Jiatan seems to check all those boxes. Back then, Colin doesn't realize that something is seriously off about her.
Jiatan is onto your shit, man. I'm about to say, Jiatan is doing too much. What the fuck you look like you want Colin job this now? You know what I'm saying? Like, Jiatan want Colin job so bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? Jiatan. Little thiefy. A little thiefy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Jiatan. Trying to get some
This
of the
video,
job.
hopefully, offers a glance into the fascinating world of programming. If you're getting inspired by this story, why not learn more about the subject? Enter Brilliant, our favorite hands-on learning platform. Brilliant does an incredible job at breaking programming mindset.
That's what I was saying, but this nigga nutty nut. Look at how his advertisement is, bro. I was telling you, then you gonna call us criminals. What you gonna call us? You calling yourself a criminal? How you sneaking this ad like this, bro? See how this fool sneaked in this ad? Sheesh. Yeah, y'all go check out Brilliant, man. Scan this right here. Scan this. I'm gonna give you like 5 seconds to scan it. Yeah, we are.
Your annual premium subscription. In June 2022, Tan gets promoted to co-maintainer. She takes on more and more control of the project over the course of the year. She starts editing XAT utils on her own, and in March 2023 she changes the contact mail at OSFAS, a service that helps identify bugs in open source projects. From now on, security alerts are no longer sent to Colin, but exclusively to Tan. Shortly after, a new user named Hans Janssen submits a change request for XZ, and Tan approves it.
This nigga, bro. Why the fuck they gonna hit us with the ad now, bro? You see how like we just from an ad right now, and I pause it right there.
9 months later.
I didn't expect this. But wait, what? You gonna pose when I was about. We gonna replay this shit.
New user named Hans Janssen submits a change request for XZ, and Tan approves it.
Janssen and Tan. This nigga is on some Bonnie and Clyde shit, but no nerdy shit. You know what I'm saying? Bonnie and Clyde, but the nerd type. You know what I'm saying? But look at this, bro. Janssen that got Tan to be his inside person, bro. That got Tan inside there and like, your Tan, I need you to bypass the security shit. I need you, all the security alerts, get them to be sent to you. I need you to do that for me. You got that? Tan like, you gotta put some money where your mouth is. You understand? Rich bastard. I can already tell you he got some money locked up in crypto, in Bitcoin. I'm telling you, bro, I can see this fool. Nigga done bought Bitcoin when it was still at 0.10. 0.50 down, about 5,000 Bitcoin, 500 of them. I said 5,050. All you needed to do was just drop 50. Oh man, not 50. 100, since it's 0.50. He dropped $100. He bought Bitcoin at 0.50. Yeah, he dropped $100, bro.
Nine months later, March 2024, Janssen sends a message to the Debian project. Debian is a widespread Linux-based operating system known to be stable and secure. Janssen wants the Debian team to include a new version of XZ utils in an upcoming Debian version, saying it will...
shit. This nigga Janssen is trying... this nigga trying to get the secrets, bro. For his own little Debian, the Vivian soft... what is this? What is he trying to create, though? A own open source. Fucking hell. He wants his own open source, bro. He wants his own browser type shit.
to include a new version of xzetutils in an upcoming Debian version, saying it will fix a specific bug.
Debian.
Two other users chime in to praise the fix. Grigorin.
Let me say Debian. So Debian is out here and it got bugs. Debian is already released. Debian is the universal operating system. It's an operating system. It's still up. Oh, it's a software. This nigga wanna just still was it DuckDuckGo software
and
plans,
Miso.
and then he added into his own like telling you this nigga is sketchy.
And when another user raises
No. I did say don't call us criminals, right? Right. But you have to understand, when it comes to nerds, bro, when they want something, this fool's gonna do whatever it takes. But when they want something for their little project they got going on, nerds will do what it takes. This is it right here. We seeing it. Nigga got the inside man.
CERN's Grigorin is clearly annoyed and quickly shuts them down.
Instead of having a policy debate over who is proper to do this upload, can this just be fixed?
Shortly after, the Debian project integrates the new version of xzetutils into a preliminary version of their operating system called SID. Around the same time, Andres Freund is working as a developer at Microsoft. He has also been actively contributing to an open source project. He has just downloaded the latest version of SID to run some tests for his project. SID is not for public release and marked as unstable and insecure. Developers can test it for bugs before new features get officially integrated.
And that's what this low what they call him, bro? They say it's unstable. They're giving you like, hey, they're letting you know that, hey, this shit right here is not ready yet. But you can try it out, bro. You can try it out, but it's not ready though. It's not ready. That's like a demo, right? It still got bugs and whatnot, which is why that nigga Tan was trying to get he was trying to get the open source software, bro, for DuckDuckGo, so that they can use it on Debian. That's why, because this shit has bugs and it was a demo, bro. That's why. And them warnings that is unstable and whatnot, you should be taking them too. Just wait for the full version to come with no bugs. Just wait for it to be okay. Because why the fuck are you getting it unstable, bro? Imagine you in the middle of an important project. You've been working on this shit for 3 months, and because it's still unstable, boom, your shit is gone. Corrupted file. What you gonna do now? Nigga, just wait for it to be fully finished. With no bugs, with no nothing. So when they say it's unstable, bro, take their word, bro. That's the creator talking.
And during his tests, Andres notices something strange. Something is taking up way too many resources in SSH. SSH is used to remote access Linux machines. Why is SSH draining such a crazy amount of CPU? Something is off.
KiloCode is a powerful, open-source AI coding assistant that supercharges your development workflow right inside VS Code. But unlike other AI tools that just autocomplete what you're writing,
he also notices a considerable drop in performance, a lag of 500 milliseconds. That's half a second. Something nobody else would ever notice. But Andres does. So he takes a closer look at SSH and realizes that the delay is related to xzetutils. On many Linux distributions, SSH has a dependency on xzetutils. That means that certain xzet functions are invoked when SSH is executed. Andres digs deeper into xzetutils and discovers that someone has slipped in a malicious piece of code. And this code allows that someone to sneak into the system via SSH. It's a backdoor. This backdoor is so well hidden that no one caught it while reviewing and testing the code.
It's
A
the same
phenomenal, scary attack. But this disguise is slowing the malicious code down. And it's that exact delay that
My last live, the electricity it cut out, man. My last live, the electricity it cut out. They be doing that shit sometimes. So that's that. It is what it is, right? I was still on this video, this hacker, bro. How the hacker saved the internet. Now there's Tan and there's Colin. Now there's the part 1, bro. Just to summarize it up, we're 9 minutes in, or 10 minutes I think, but I was at the point whereby this fool was trying to hack Microsoft. You know what I'm saying? So Tan is the inside person who was trying to steal the open source for I don't know if it's Debian. Yeah, I think it's Debian. That other open source that was trying to fix the bugs at. Because Debian, it has bugs. It's not ready yet.
See on executors. That means that certain exec functions are invoked when SSH is executed. Andres digs deeper into executors and discovers that someone has slipped in a malicious piece of code. And this code allows that someone to sneak into the system via SSH. It's a backdoor. This backdoor is so well hidden that no one caught it while reviewing and testing the code. A phenomenal, scary attack. But this disguise is slowing the malicious code down. And it's that exact delay that Andres Freund has noticed when starting SSH. On March 27, he sends an email to inform the Debian security team about his findings. 2 days later, he goes public. He publishes a post on Mastodon. The malicious code is hidden in 2 versions of executils, and Andres also has a hunch as to who might have planted it. Gia Tan. She had secretly added the backdoor to a version of executils just before Andres found it. When Andres makes his findings public, all hell breaks loose.
Did one guy just stop a huge cyber attack?
This may be one of the biggest stories of this year.
Curiosity may have saved us from a devastating cyber attack.
Hold on, bro. I arrived at the part where he was hacking Microsoft, right? Hey, I was like, Debian, bro. It's Debian. I call that shit Debian, right? It's Debian. Hold on. But this is Tant, right? The Microsoft part, yes, this is where I was at. This is where I was at, bro.
9 months later, March 2024, Janssen sends a message to the Debian project. Debian is a widespread Linux-based operating system known to be stable and secure. Janssen wants the Debian team to include a new version of executils in an upcoming Debian version, saying it will fix a specific bug. 2 other users chime in to praise the fix, Grigorin and Miso Eater. And when another user raises concerns, Grigorin is clearly annoyed and quickly shuts the...
Yep, Debian has bugs, and then Tan is the inside person that's trying to get the open source, right? You know what I'm saying? So they can improve Debian, the open source for DuckDuckGo.
them down.
Instead of having a policy debate over...
No, for Linux. Fuck it. I said the open source for DuckDuckGo. The open source for Linux, right?
who is proper to do this upload. Can this just be fixed?
Shortly after, the Debian project integrates the new version of executils into a preliminary version of their operating system called SID. Around the same time, Andres Freund is working as a developer at Microsoft. He has also been actively contributing to an open source project. He has just downloaded the latest version of SID to run some tests for his project. SID is not for public release and marked as unstable and insecure. Developers can test it for bugs before new features get officially integrated. And during his tests, Andres notices something strange. Something is taking up way too many resources in SSH. SSH is used to remote access Linux machines. Why is SSH draining such a crazy amount of CPU? Something is off. He also notices a considerable drop in performance. A lag of 500 milliseconds. That's half a second. Something nobody else would ever notice.
That's what I was about to say, bro. The first time I heard him say something nobody else would notice this, I was like, bro, when it comes to the CPU, this thing is now advanced, bro. It's AI behind this shit. AI be running your CPU. It would pop up. Your CPU usage is so high right now. This application is running your CPU at high usage. It will pop up, bro. So it's not really that difficult now. Maybe back then in 2007, you know, with your Windows Vista, Windows XP. Hey, I'm talking like I got like a Gen 9, bro. I got like much I Core i6.
But Andres
talking about
does. So he takes a closer
look. But it's still a Windows 10. It's still a Windows 11. My shit 10 Pro, so it's Windows 11 basically 10 Pro. So like, you know
look at SSH and realizes that the delay is related to executils. On many Linux distributions, SSH has a dependency on executils. That means that certain exec functions are invoked when SSH is executed. Andres digs deeper into executils and discovers that someone has slipped in a malicious piece of code. And this code allows that someone to sneak into the system via SSH. It's a backdoor. This backdoor is so well hidden that no one caught it while reviewing and testing the code. A phenomenal, scary attack. But this disguise is slowing the malicious code down. And it's that exact delay that Andres Freund has noticed when starting SSH. On March 27, he sends an email to inform the Debian security team about his findings. 2 days later, he goes public. He publishes a post on Mastodon. The malicious code is hidden in 2 versions of executils, and Andres also has a hunch as to who might have planted it. Gia Tan. She had secretly added the backdoor to a version of executils just before Andres found it. When Andres makes his findings public, all hell breaks loose.
Did one guy just stop a huge cyber attack?
This may be one of the biggest stories of this year.
Curiosity may have saved us from a devastating cyber attack.
The US Cyber Defense Agency issues an emergency security alert.
So it wasn't a hacker, it was somebody at Microsoft, bro. And he saved Debian. This nigga done clickbaited us. Shit, I understand.
Luckily, the tampered software hasn't spread far yet, but it has already infiltrated test versions of several major Linux distros, meaning it was just on the verge of massive deployment. An army of developers and cybersecurity experts jump into action. Within just a few hours, they build a fix to neutralize the backdoor. Had it actually made its way into the code of multiple operating systems, the consequences could have been catastrophic. The attackers could have gained unauthorized remote access to countless systems. It would have been the master key to hundreds of millions of computers and servers around the world. Linux operating systems are used in schools, universities, and hospitals. The White House, the House of Representatives, and the Senate all use Linux. In one fell swoop, the attackers could have taken down critical services across the globe. They could have spread malware or stolen sensitive information. There's no other way to put it. The world dodged a major bullet, thanks to Andres Freund, the silverback gorilla of nerds, the internet's final boss. The Microsoft developer is praised like a hero, and naturally his story becomes a meme.
Bro, what was Tan and Jansen really expecting to do with all that open source, bro? Niggas wanted Linux open source, and then Linux is like an old version. It's like people who use Linux is like really nerdy, or it's like old people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You want a computer nowadays? You're just looking for Windows. You know what I'm saying? It's like these niggas, bro. What do you want to do with the open source for Linux? Tan and Jansen. Now where they shoot their fools at? They're anonymous? There's no way they're anonymous, bro. They got hired, right?
Even Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella gives him a shout out for his efforts. Everyone is relieved. disaster has been averted, the shock is wearing off. But the real question remains. Who did this? Who is really behind Jia Tan? Andres Freund doesn't believe this was the work of just one person. He suspects Jia Tan had backup. These users are suspected of being involved.
Yansan, Kumar. Oh wait, Kumar, bro. I was thinking Kumar is the boss because it was like Kumar was on Colin's ad, right? Like Colin, why you not working? Colin, why you not working? Yeah, bro.
It looks like Ans and Kumar deliberately put pressure on Lasse Colin to
wait, Kumar was just like a colleague to Colin. I was thinking this is the boss. You remember when I started the video? I'm like, Kumar, chill, bro. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't sound like a boss. You had me say it doesn't sound like a boss, bro. I don't know, thinking to myself that Kumar is just a colleague, bro. This nigga talking like a fucking colleague. I didn't even know, bro. I was thinking he's the boss. The way this nigga is like putting pressure on Colin and shit.
clear the way for Jia Tan. Then Janssen, Grigorin and Mizuita pushed the update through. This whole attack was a masterclass in social engineering. That's when attackers manipulate people into doing something they shouldn't, like making you accidentally give up a password or holding a high security door for someone who appears to be pregnant. The alleged group behind Jia Tan was insanely clever. Infiltrating XZU tools took not only technical skill, but a ton of patience. Remember, Jia Tan spent an entire year building trust by contributing to other projects before even suggesting changes for XZU tools. Then another 2 years passed before she slipped in the back door. Experts think this was likely the work of state-sponsored hackers.
From 2021 to 2024, but this was... So all this time, they're just communicating, hey. They're just waiting for the chance to get there, you know what I'm saying? Like, waiting for the chance. They're throwing targeted advertisement to these people out there. They threw that targeted advertisement to Microsoft. That's why Andres installed the seed application, and then he found out, bro. He found out. I'm telling you, that shit popped up on Andres' screen like, hey, your CPU is running at high usage. Andres, tell them in my comment section. I'm finna pin up your comment. I don't know how he'll find this video, but hey, Andres, if you find this video, bro. Well, right now I'm on live, so if y'all can share my live to Andres. But listen, bro. Yeah, Andres, bro, let them know. Get on my comment section. Let them know, bro. Your CPU, it popped a notification up that it's on high usage. Let them know, because they think this is really something that you really need to be a nerd about to answer. What is Freund talking about? Freund is making it seem like it's really a big deal, like the way Andres found out his CPU was at high usage, bro. It's not. Telling you, it's like when your phone battery is low, bro, 15%. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of notification popped up on Andres shit.
But what state would that be? There's no trace of Jia Tan online. At first glance, Jia Chong Tan seems Chinese. The timing of the posts lines up with the UTC+8 time zone. But that might just be a smokescreen to hide the hacker's true identity and location. Would someone who spends years crafting such an intricate plan, building trust and slowly gaining control, really leave such obvious breadcrumbs? Faking time zones isn't hard. What if the people behind Jia Tan simply changed the time zone on their computer to UTC+8 before each contribution? At least that's what an analysis of her account suggests. The same analysis shows that Jia Tan has worked through major Chinese holidays. That's weird. And it's even weirder that the account was silent on Christmas and New Year's, which are just regular business days in China. Plus, if Jia really lived in the UTC+8 time zone...
What you mean? Because Christmas Day and New Year's Tan didn't log in to work because in China it's a usual day. That was unusual. What you mean, bro? Even if it's a usual day, bro, 25 December? There's no way. It's still Christmas, bro. I'm telling you. It's still Christmas. Just 25 days. That's the name of the day. You like it or not, it's still a holiday. So what is it fun talking about here, bro?
Even weirder that the account was silent on Christmas and New Year's.
Fun, what you on about, man?
Which are just regular business days in China. Plus, if Gia really lived in the UTC+8 time zone, she would have always been working through the night. The analysis suggests that Gia Tan might actually reside in Eastern Europe. There seem to be a couple of incidents where they forgot to forge the time zone. They were
what the fuck? So this company is just hiring people into they never even met this person, bro. Just they using the internet, and then they trusted him, gave him access to things such as security alerts. Huh? And this is somebody who targeted that particular company, bro. Somebody who targeted Debian. Is it Debian? Yeah, the particular company that I targeted, bro. I forgot the fucking name. Oh, the Linux, bro. Right, Linux open source. They wanted the Linux open source, right? Yeah.
3 commits made in UTC+2 and 6 in UTC+3. Now, if we assume Gia Tan lives in one of those time zones, she would have typically started working at 9 AM and clocked out by 5 PM. Sounds like a regular job. Experts believe Gia Tan's trail might actually lead to Russia. More specifically to APT-29, also known as Cozy Bear. This state-sponsored hacker group is famous for their sophisticated attacks.
Oh,
The
yeah?
style of the XAT-utils hack would fit right in with their usual playbook, but so far there's no solid proof. Open source obviously has its advantages, but if this case proves anything, it's how vulnerable our digital infrastructure can be. We came way too close to a major meltdown. A lot of our critical infrastructure today relies on open source software, on programs that are often maintained solely by the passion and commitment of volunteers, by people who do this on the side as a hobby. People like Lasse Collin, who may get overwhelmed by the sheer scale of their projects. If we want our digital systems to be secure, we need to build the right structures as a society and support the open source community. The XAT-utils attack was insanely sophisticated, and we have to assume there are more of those to come. We can only hope that, when the time comes, the world will have...
Yeah, man. You're fan talking too much now, bro. But, let me get this Minecraft camera.